Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling Channel. I am your host, Seth. Today, we're going to be looking about how bad were my NXT Great American Bash match card predictions that I did earlier, and I'm going to do my actual predictions in this video too. So let's hop right into the video. Play the intro. First up, when I first made my match card predictions, I predicted that Sol Ruca would defend her NXT Women's North American Championship against Lash Legend. I thought this would happen because I thought the NXT Women's Championship was already going to be on the Evolution card. So I thought to get a women's match on the actual card, we should put that there. But instead what happened is Sol Ruca is still defending her title. It's just against Izzy Dame instead of Lash Legend. This match will be really good in my opinion. These are two great performers, and they can definitely tear the house down. I'm going to take Sol Ruca to retain here. I think she's on a good run here. I wonder if it's going to have something to do with Zarya and Tatum Paxley. I wouldn't be surprised if Izzy wins, but I just think it's it wouldn't be too abrupt because she has beaten her in the past, but it's really a tough pick here. I'm just going to say Sol Ruca, but if Izzy wins, I would understand. It would probably be more of a Tatum Paxley interference, but if Sol wins, it would probably be more of a Zarya stopping Tatum type thing, but we'll just have to see. Next up, I thought we would see Brooks Jensen take on Shawn Spears, because this was after Shawn Spears and Izzy Dame and them kicked Brooks out of the culling. I thought this would happen, but nothing is happening on this card involving Shawn or Brooks. This match isn't happening. I'm a little disappointed by it. I feel like they could have built it more, and I feel like not doing something with Brooks is really just gonna. I feel like Brooks might even get released because I just don't feel like I'm confused on what they're really doing with him right now. But it's sad to see this not make the card. Another match that didn't even happen. I thought we were gonna see Stax take on Tony D in like a no holds barred match, but this match, they're not even having a match. Like a no holds barred. They're not even having a match on Great American Bash. And at the time, Luca hadn't turned yet, but now he did. And now he's on NXT, just on an episode of NXT, they're just going to do a triple threat. The triple threat would have been way better on Great American Bash, in my opinion. And like the Brooks and Shawn match, it's just very disappointing that this isn't on the card. Next up, I thought we would see Ethan Page defend his North American title against Ricky Saints, but at the time, I thought they had too many matches together, so I also threw in Javon Evans into the mix just to kind of shake it up. Well, I practically got 2/3 of this right because Ricky and Ethan are going one-on-one, but they are having a Falls Count Anywhere match. But Javon Evans is not going to be in the match, though he is on the card, though, as he will be taking on Jasper Troy after everything that's been happening on these past weeks of NXT, of them attacking each other. That'll happen there. So I'm not really mad about it. The Falls Count Anywhere will be cool, but I just threw that out there, but this is what's going to happen. And for the predictions of it, we start with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. This is going to be chaotic. They're going to go all over the arena, in my opinion, fighting up and down aisles, all over center stage, maybe even out into the streets. I'm going to take Ethan Page to win here. I think he probably will get help from the Vanity Project. I just don't see why they would keep hot potatoing it. I just think the only way I could see Ethan losing is if Ricky wins, then he would get called up to the main roster. But on the run he's been on, I just think they're just going to keep it on him for right now. But that's what I think. And then if we look at Jasper Troy and Javon Evans, they have been all over each other. And I really want to pick Javon to get his win here and really kind of get his get back, but personally Jasper's just too dominant. I'm just gonna have to take him here. I think it's the only way that they kind of can continue his dominance towards the NXT title picture. It's just with him getting a win here over Javon. Another match that happened that isn't even on the card at all is I had Hank and Tank defending their tag team titles against First Class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro of TNA. Well, now it wouldn't even work because Casey Navarro's injured, so it wouldn't even work. But also, just Hank and Tank just defended their titles this past week against the Culling, and there really was no feud of this. I thought they could try to build something off it, as AJ Francis mentioned, going after the tag belts. But this isn't going to happen. It's a little disappointing, but hopefully it could still have time to happen in the future. But when Casey's cleared, but for right now, it's a little disappointing. But it's what happened. The TNA representative type stuff in the show is actually they're doing a contract signing for the TNA World Title match at Slammiversary between Mike Santana, Joe Hendry, and Trick Willie. There's probably going to be a lot of stuff going on. They're going to probably talk some trash, probably get into a brawl, put some people. I'm gonna predict it now. I think Mike and Joe are gonna put Trick through the table, but this is all just gonna lead up to Slammiversary when they go at it for the TNA World Title. So we'll just have to see what happens here. One match that's happening that I had no knowledge for, because I thought the NXT Women's title would be on Evolution, which it is, but I thought that's all it would do that weekend, is Fatal Influence, the team of Fallon Henley and NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne, will take on Blake Monroe and the number 1 contender who will challenge Jacy Jayne at Evolution, Jordynne Grace. I didn't really suspect this happening. I thought because it was going to be on Evolution, the NXT Women's title, I didn't think they were really going to do anything with it on Great American Bash. But they're doing this to kind of put into the lead-up for it, which isn't bad. I'm probably going to take Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe to get the win here. I think it's good for Jordan to build that momentum to Evolution, where you'll have to stay tuned for my predictions video on it. But I'm just going to take them to win. I think it's going to build her momentum towards Evolution, and I think it's kind of a good get-back for Blake, too, as Fatal Influence has kind of been messing her up on NXT, like when they messed up her contract signing and put her to the table. But we'll just have to see what happens. And what I thought would main event the show, Jasper Troy versus Obafemi for the NXT Championship in like a Falls Count Anywhere match. Personally, I chose this because at the time, there wasn't anything else really presented after Jasper Troy lost to Obafemi. So I just thought they would have a rematch because they had that crazy match. And I kind of was almost right because Jasper was still feuding with Oba, and he was in a number 1 contenders match and could have faced him, but he lost that match to Yoshiki Inamura, who's actually facing Oba for the NXT Championship. This will be a good match. I think this past week on NXT, Josh Briggs talked how Yoshiki's a man of honor, but he knows that Yoshiki's gonna beat him up and really just try to win that title in any way possible. But I think it'll be a good match. I think they're gonna throw everything they have at each other. I'm personally gonna take Oba to get the win here. I think Yoshiki's gonna give it everything he has. Maybe Josh Briggs gets involved, but I still think that Oba's just gonna be too powerful, and I think his reign's been too good. I think it's gonna be a good match, but I have Oba getting the win. Guys, so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and turn on that bell so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.